Hi kids, welcome to Enhance Your Learning Environmental Studies for Grade 2, Unit 9 Travel and Communication, Lesson 18 Communication. In this class, we are going to see about what do you mean by communication and what are the different means of communication. Okay kids, you all are studying in a school, right? And you will have friends from different places. All may not be near to a home, right? So how will you communicate with your friends? Yes, you will use a mother phone or you will convey the message directly when you are going the next morning, right? Yes. So what do you mean by communication? Communication means it is imparting knowledge or exchanging ideas between one person to other person is called communication. Kids, now let's look on to the definition of communication. What do you mean by communication? Communication means it is a process by which people exchange their ideas, thoughts and information to other person. Okay, for example, now I am taking class through YouTube, right? So I am exchanging whatever thoughts or ideas or information I have with you people, right? So this is also a form of communication. Okay kids, so what form of communication I am using now? Yeah, I am using internet as a medium of communication and YouTube as a platform of communication. Understood? So this is called communication. I don't know where you are. How come I will convey my message? So I am taking one medium in order to communicate with you. Okay? So communication is a process by which people exchange their ideas, thoughts and information to other person. And you have one more simple definition. It is sending and receiving messages is also called as communication. For example, I am asking you now, how are you kids? So immediately you need to reply me that we are fine, right? So I'll be waiting for the reply. Then only the communication will go on smoothly. Otherwise, I will ask you, how are you? And after 7 days, you are coming and saying that we are fine. So how much effective this communication will be? No, it will not have any effectiveness. So in order to have a effective communication, you need to have, yes, feedback from the receiver. So sender means who is sending the message. Receiver means who is receiving the message. For example, I am asking you, how are you? So here the sender is me, right? And you are receiving the message. So you are the receiver now and the receiver should give a reply or the feedback to the sender saying that I am fine. Okay kids? Yes. In olden days, people used to send messages through messenger. For example, pigeons were used as a messenger in olden days because they have the homing ability. Homing ability means wherever you drop the pigeon knows the way to come back to home by its own. So that is called homing ability of the pigeon. So people use this particular ability of the pigeon in order to send messages. Okay, so these pigeons were considered as a messenger in olden days and people used some smoke signals and beating of drums also a methods of communication because in the olden days they didn't have a post office or the post or the telephone or the newspaper, something like that. Okay, so they used some of the signals in order to communicate with the people. When they see the heavy smoke somewhere, everybody used to go to that place and there they will be giving the information. Or by hearing the beating of drums, they will gather in one places. There they will exchange their ideas and thoughts. So like that, the communication was happened in the past. But nowadays we have lots of medium to communicate with our friends inside as well as outside our country, right? So kids, can you name some of the medium of communication? Yes? Letters? Good. Telephone? Then fax machine? Then newspaper? Radio? Television? And computers. Okay, so these are all the means of communication we are using nowadays. Okay, so let us see one by one. First one is letter. If you want to write a letter to your friend who is in abroad or in a foreign country or in a other village, what you will do? We will take a inland letter or a postcard, or you will write simply on the paper and put it in the envelope and stamp it. Then you will write your address and your friend address, right? Then what we will do? Yes, we will post this letter through the post, right? So you will drop the letter in the post box. Then the postman will come and collect the letters and take it to the post office. There the postman will sort out the letter according to the area it need to be sent, whether it is sent by the van or by the train or by bus or by the aeroplane. So like that they will sort out the letter in the post office. Then the postman will deliver the letter to the particular address person. Okay kids? So if you want to send some urgent letters to your friends or the parents or anybody, you need to use a speed post. Okay, so in order to send an urgent or emergency letters, you have to use a speed post service. Okay kids? The next one is telephone. Okay, so telephone is considered as the fastest means of communication. If you know the person's number, you can instantly dial the number and talk to a particular person wherever he is around the world, right? Yes, for that you need to know the phone number of a person. And nowadays we have a cell phone or the mobile phone in our hand, right? So while moving itself, we can dial to anyone around the world, or we can receive call from anyone around the world. Okay, so these mobile phones are nowadays very helpful for us to communicate instantly with our family as well as with our friends, right? These cell phones are not only used to dial and receive the call, but also it is used to send messages. There are two types of messages. It is SMS and MMS. SMS means only we'll be sending the text. MMS means we can send the pictures instantly to our family and friends. So what is this SMS? SMS means short message service. Okay, short message service. Here you can send only the text messages. Next one is MMS. MMS means multimedia messaging service. So through this service, you can send pictures instantly to your family and friends. Okay kids? If I want to send some pictures, immediately I will take a click on my phone and I will send it to my parents. So they will see what is happening here. Okay? So for that, we are using this MMS service. Understood kids? Next we are going to see about the fax machine. So in order to send written or the printed material, you will use this fax machine. This will be connected with the telephone line. In order to send this fax, you need to know the fax number of the other person. Like a mobile number, there is a fax number also. So if you want to send a fax to other person, you need to know the fax number of the other person. Okay kids? The next medium of communication is newspaper. Newspaper will give us the detailed information about the news which happens around the world. It is considered as the cheapest means of communication, because if you pay 3 dirhams, or if you pay 3 rupees, you will get one day newspaper, and if you sit and read, you will come to know about what all things happens around the world. Okay, kids? The next medium of communication is radio. We used to hear the latest news, music, and programs through radio. It is the most common means of communication. All India Radio is also called as Akashvani. Okay, kids? Next, we are going to see about television. We hear as well as we see what is happening around the world through the television, right? And we watch many different programs through which we get lots of information through television. So nowadays we are able to see the live programs through this television. So this television becomes more popular among everyone around the world, because by sitting in India we can see what is happening around the world. It can be anywhere. What is happening in US, or what is happening in Canada, Australia, okay, United Arab Emirates. Okay, so we are getting all the information in one place, right? Yes. The next means of communication is computer. Computer is considered as the latest means of communication. It helps us to connect and communicate to people all over the world through internet. So we can send and receive emails through this computer when it is connected with the internet. And this internet is considered as the big storehouse of information. Okay, internet is considered as a big storehouse of information. Okay, kids? Next, we are going to see about some of the supplementary points. So many times I have used the term news, right? What is this news? Anybody know the full form of this news? Yes, I will tell you now. News, what is the spelling of news? N-E-W-S, right? So N means north, E means east, W means west, S means south. So news means we gather information from all the direction of the world. Okay, so that is why it is called as news. We use STD code to talk to the people within the country. What is this STD? STD means subscriber trunk dialing. Okay, so in order to call people within the country, you need to know the particular code of that district. Next one is ISD. ISD means International Subscriber Dialing. If you want to call your father who is working in abroad, you need to know the ISD, International Subscriber Dialing code of the father. Then only you will be able to call your father. So every country will have different codes. So that code you have to type correctly, then only your number will be valid and the call will go to the particular person. Okay, kids? There are also courier services available in order to send our letters and parcels to our friends and relatives. Okay? Books and magazines are also a means of communication, because when you read the books or when you read the magazine, you will get lots of information. Okay, so that also is a means of communication. Understood, kids? So in this class, we have seen what do you mean by communication and what are the different means of communications, like letter, telephone, fax machine, newspaper, radio, television and computers, and some of the additional points regarding this lesson. By this, I am completing lesson 18, communication. Find the attached quiz link available in the description box and attend the quiz. Assess your knowledge. With this, I am completing Grade 2 Environmental Studies. Thank you, subscribers, for your continuous support, motivation, and encouragement. Thank you, my dear kids, for listening my videos for the past few months. I think this will be useful for you to understand the lesson, and anytime you can open this Enhance Your Learning channel and you can watch my videos and attend the quiz which is uploaded in the description box. Thank you, kids. All the best.